Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to our beloved lecturer, Syazali Shaharuddin, and to everyone who watching this video. Today, we will be presenting on the topic Financial Accounting and Reporting of Sole Proprietorship for the course Fundamental Financial Accounting and Reporting. Before we proceed with the discussion of this topic, I would like to introduce our group members. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Nur Atika Ayuni binti Zabidin Elias Puntat. My ID number is 2025-431036.
My name is Nianatra binti Azman. My ID number is 2025-432394.
My name is Ahmad Shamim bin Muhammad Arus and my ID number is 2024631984.
Now, I will briefly explain the content of our presentation. First, we will discuss the business background. Second, we will explain the business characteristic. Third, we will cover the classification of item in this business. Next, we will move on to the recording of business transaction and discuss its strengths and weaknesses. Finally, the presentation will conclude with the conclusions and summarizing overall discussion. Moving on to the next slide, I will pass the highlight to Nia Natra to explain her part.
Thank you, Ayuni. I'm going to explain the background of this business. Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai was officially registered on 10 November 2021 under the Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM. The business is a sole proprietorship owned by Mrs. Lindawati Kadari. She runs the business with the help of her husband, Mr. Jarim Ismail, who assists her after retiring from the fire department. Before starting this business, Mrs. Lindawati worked as an office clerk. During the COVID-19 pandemic, she resigned from her job and stayed at home. After 1 year of the Movement Control Order, MCO, she decided to start her own business and open Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai. The business was started using her own savings of about RM3,000. At first, it operates as a small roadside stall using a simple tent in front of several shops. Even though the setup was simple, the business became popular because of its traditional Kampung-style fried rice. With support from her husband, Mrs. Lindawati slowly improved the food quality and the way she managed the business. In 2024, Majlis Bandari Pasir Gudang, or MBPG, introduced a new license system for street vendors. Because of this, the business moved to a hawker site at Jalan Tembikai 7, Taman Kota Masai. This new location is safer, more organized, and helped the business attract more customers. Today, Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai operates from Saturday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The business sells several types of Nasi Goreng Kampung such as udang, daging, ayam, and sotong. Recently, Nasi Goreng Kampung Kerang was added to the menu. Customer can also add on telur mata, telur dadah, or petai. Each portion costs RM6, which is affordable for most customers. Overall, Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai continues to grow and attract customers from different backgrounds. The business is well known for its slogan Recipe Orang Lama, which shows the traditional recipe used. This business is a good example of how hard work, family support, and determination can lead to success.
Thank you, Nia, for the great explanation. Now, I'm going to elaborate on the business characteristic. Based on the slide, Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai shows characteristic of sole proprietorship. The business is officially registered with the Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia SSM under the Business Registration Act and full ownership to Mrs. Lindawati Kadari. The business was established using her personal saving, which reflects the typical capital structure of a sole proprietorship. In terms of management and control, Mrs. Lindawati oversees the business operation herself with the assistance of her husband, giving her full authority over decision-making and daily activities. She also bears unlimited liability, meaning she is personally responsible for any debts or financial obligations the business may incur. All profits and losses generated by Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai belong solely to the owner, further reinforcing its identity as a sole proprietorship. For financial record keeping, the owner maintains a simple and traditional approach by recording transactions manually in a book, which aligns with the fact that sole proprietorship have no strict legal obligations to prepare formal or audited accounts. Moving on to the next slide, classification of the business items. In the context of Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai, the classification of business items helps explain how the business manages its financial resources and economic activities. Assets includes all resources owned and used in the business, such as cooking equipment, utensils, raw materials, and the store setup at the hawker site. These assets enable daily operations and contribute to income generations. Since the business is fully funded through the owner's personal savings, liabilities are not present, meaning the business does not owe money to external parties or supplier. This indicates a low-risk financial structure and shows that the owners operates without borrowing or credit obligations. The capital represents the funds contributed entirely by Mrs. Lindawati, who used her personal savings to start and grow the business. Revenues consist of all income earned from selling Nasi Goreng Kampung and other food items, forming the main source of cash inflow. On the other hand, expenses include daily operational costs such as raw ingredients, cooking supplies, gas, utility for the hawker sites, and any other spending necessary to run the business. By classifying these items, the business can better understand its financial positions, monitor its profitability, and manage its cash flow more effectively. That is all for my part. I will pass the highlight to Nia Najra to explain the next slide.
Thank you, Ayuni. Next, I will explain how Mrs. Lindawati record the business transaction at Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai. Mrs. Lindawati used a single entry system to record her account. This method is simple and suitable for a small business. Each transaction is recorded once and focuses mainly on cash payment and digital payment, such as online banking transfer, QR code payment, Grab, and Foodpanda. All transactions are recorded manually in a physical accounting book. The business does not use Excel or any accounting software. Mrs. Lindawati updates the record every day to make sure all sales and expenses are recorded. Digital receipt from online banking, QR code, Grab, and Foodpanda are used as the proof of payment. However, because there are many transactions every day, some digital receipts are not kept properly. Even so, daily recording helps her monitor cash flow and daily business activity. First, transaction. Most transactions involve cash and digital payment. Customers usually pay using cash, online banking, QR code, Grab, or Foodpanda. All these payments are recorded daily in the accounting book. Next, source document. The business does not issue cash receipt because customers pay quickly and leave after receiving their order. Instead, the business uses digital payment records such as online banking confirmation, QR payment record, and Grab or Foodpanda summarized as a proof of sales. Due to the large number of transactions, many of these records are not saved for a long time, so the business relies mainly on handwritten records. Next, journal. All daily transactions, including sales, expenses, and digital payment, are written manually in the journal using the single entry method. Each record includes the date, description, and amount. Mrs. Lindawati has never used a double entry system. Daily recording helps reduce misses transaction, although some errors may still happen. After that, the transactions are transferred manually into the ledger. The ledger includes accounts such as cash, bank, sales, and expenses. This helps Mrs. Lindawati see total income, total expenses, and balances for each account. At the end of each month, Mrs. Lindawati prepares a manual trial balance to check her account balance. This helps her find possible mistake, although some error may still occur due to manual recording and missing digital receipt.
Thank you, Nia, for the explanation. Moving on to the strength and weaknesses slide. There are several strengths of manual recording in physical books. The record book is easy to carry anywhere, allowing Mrs. Lindawati to record any transactions immediately. This is very suitable for small businesses operating at hawker areas or roadside stalls, where mobility is important. Since no electronic device is required, the recording process can be done anytime without relying on electricity or internet connection. Another strength is that manual recording is more comfortable and familiar for the business owner. The owner does not need digital skill, making the process simple and less stressful. This traditional method also reduces operating costs, as there is no need to purchase devices or pay for system maintenance. As a result, manual bookkeeping is practical for micro businesses with a low volume of transaction. Manual recording of transaction has several weaknesses. One major drawback is that it is highly prone to human error, such as miscalculations, incomplete entries, or unclear handwriting. These errors can affect the accuracy of financial records and may lead to incorrect assessment of business performance. Since there is no automatic checking system, mistakes may go unnoticed for a long period of time. Another weakness is inefficiency and poor record security. Manual bookkeeping is time-consuming, especially when the number of transactions increases, making it difficult to manage and analyze financial information quickly. There is also no backup system, and financial reports such as profit and loss statement cannot be generated automatically, limiting effective decision-making. In conclusion, Nasi Goreng Kampung Otai demonstrates how financial accounting and reporting are applied in a small sole proprietorship. The business is fully owned and managed by Mrs. Lindawati Kadari with complete control and responsibility. Proper classification of assets, capital, revenue, and expenses help the owner understand the business financial position and performance. The business uses a single entry manual recording system which is simple and practical for small operations. However, manual bookkeeping increases the risk of errors and limits financial reporting accuracy. Overall, while traditional methods remain suitable for micro business, adopting digital accounting practice could improve accuracy, efficiency, and long-term sustainability. That is all from us. Thank you.